Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator again. Another week, yes, with the Words of the Light series with me, Rose McNair, and hello, Claudia.
Hello, how is everyone?
Yeah, I hope everyone's well. I'm good. What about you?
Yep, ready to
So,
go.
yes, before we go on with today's, because last week we had the two cards. We had the cosmic. First, I said two cards, and then we ended up only doing one, the Cosmic Sapphire, which was the number 33 card from this deck, the Magic of Unicorns Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. Yeah, and it's the card that was the card 33. So today we've got another card, and I'll talk about that very shortly because I would like to ask this. Were there any takeaways from you about it, Claudia? What did you feel?
I felt the strong reminder to all of us that we shouldn't be just up airy-fairy. We've got to be grounded, and we've got to enjoy our physical incarnation and enjoy the elements, enjoy it with all our senses as much as we can. And just,
Yeah.
really look for the joy and the enjoyment of
Yes,
it.
the
But I love,
enjoyment and the enjoyment, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of clearing in that one, I felt. I really felt the mind space needed clearing for the collective. I felt the root chakra, as I kept seeing that in my light language. And then also the solar plexus, because the solar plexus gives us confidence. It gives us and helps us understand our empowerment. So if we're not feeling confident, we can't feel empowered, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then of course that affects the throat chakra after all, because when you are confused, when you're confused, you might and your throat chakra is quite open, you could say all the wrong things. You could say things that may not have the high frequency energy in it. What we want to be doing is to build and support and give high vibrational messages to anybody, right? So, right.
One thing that I really loved, actually, sorry, I need to butt
Just
in,
carry on. That's okay.
is at the end that we talked about really the success of humankind having been able to rise vibration so the unicorns and dragons can come back.
Yeah.
So the light infiltrating, really, we're getting lighter. And
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I love that analogy.
And in getting lighter, we must remember to stay grounded,
Yes.
right? And this is it. And I learned. I talk to many people in my day-to-day life and weeks as the weeks go by. I learned in the last week that moldavite is the crystal
Ah,
to ground yourself with, because it brings the higher galactic energy. And it because moldavite, because it landed here, this is me learning from other people, by the way, not all my information. Apparently it landed on a meteorite from the galaxy. A couple of them landed on the earth about 15 million years ago, and then it landed somewhere in Europe, and then it mixed with the earth, and that is why you've got earth and you've got galactic energy going on there. And that is a good one. If you're doing, it's a good one. I understand it is also it's an expensive one, but even if you get a small piece of moldavite, um and it's something that is so high frequency that it doesn't hold, that you should not sit with it for 1 hour, because that's like too much.
wow.
So you sit with it like maybe 10 minutes and do it maybe every other day when you're working with that crystal. I just thought it was interesting to say that, because you mentioned this thing about we can be in high frequency, but we're talking about grounding, and it just popped into my head about that. So, okay, so everybody, the curiosity. Anything else you want to say before we go to the card, Claudia? So the curiosity about the card, I know I kept you waiting for a week, and I'm sorry. But as I was doing it, I was just told, no, two cards, you do one, because it's a lot of energy, a lot of frequency, a lot of information coming, and people need to be given the time to absorb that. Because remember, this is the collective we're working with. We're working for the collective, with the collective. We are doing our part to contribute to the energy of the collective, as in supporting and creating information, passing on things that will empower you to live your life now. Right, the card, interestingly enough, we thought that was strange when I talked about it before we went into recording the first episode about this, right? We thought it was uncanny that the word truth came out 3 times in it, right? And again, it was about communication. And so I think this is the thing. Communication is so important right now. And sometimes I was talking to somebody else on radio. They said it's very important in July for us to communicate something in a positive light rather than, when something annoys us, to spin it into the positive, because July is a month of getting all your things done. And it's a platform, another platform we're going to jump off again to higher realms, right? Okay, that's another topic for another time. Here's the card. The card is called, it's a number 12 card. I hope you can see it. It is from The Magic of Unicorns Oracle Cards by Diana Cooper, and it's the number 12 card, and I hope you can see it. I'm sorry if you can't. What the card is called is the freedom of truth. Communicate honestly. Be who you truly are. Authenticity. Authenticity. That voice in your head, whose voice is it? Because often the voice in the head results in the words coming out of the throat, the mouth. Yeah. Let's have a read of it. The freedom of truth. Communicate honestly. Be who you truly are. When you speak your truth and live in honesty and integrity, you are totally free to be yourself. There is nothing to hide. There are no secrets in your life, and your aura becomes transparent. Unconsciously, everyone can see or sense this, and they respond to your openness. The whole world trusts you, for everything is above board. Receiving this card suggests that it is important for you to be totally yourself. Speak about what you really want to do. Reveal your thoughts and feelings. Be honest with yourself and others. Tell the truth. This sets your communication center free.
Nice.
Honesty has a resonance that people respond to, for when you are totally genuine, others feel safe with you. They accept you and feel comfortable and relaxed with you. Authenticity is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and those around you. If you need support for this, ask Archangel Michael to create a deep blue ball of truth and place it in your throat chakra. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, eh? Then ask your unicorn to illuminate it. This will allow your throat chakra to open to higher communication, which in turn will enable the angels on the golden ray to speak through you. You will become an ambassador for them and touch many people. Receiving this card reminds you that when you are totally real, your life transforms. Oh,
that is so true, isn't it?
Yeah. The affirmation is, I am my authentic self. Right. Now, we're going to share something with you. I want to share this with you because I feel like to share this with you now is saying, because we are right now, something's happening on the planet, and we are contributing through this. We are contributing to something bigger. This little video clip, like maybe almost 1 minute and 30 seconds of it, has been, this is from the Lord of the Rings Trilogy, The Return of the King. Okay, now even that title, The Return of the King. It's Aragorn's song that's been ringing in my head, or singing in my head, for the last 2.5 weeks, and I keep wondering why. And I finally realized this yesterday. It's for this card. And then I forgot all about it. And now when we had the break between the first recording and this one, I was reminded you're meant to talk about this, about Aragorn's song. So I'm going to play a little bit of it for you. I'm going to share my screen and play a little bit of it for you. It's not going to be the whole scene. The whole scene is 4 minutes long. It's just going to be about under 2 minutes, right? I want us to pay close attention to his speech, because when we do this aspect of truth, when we do this affirmation, which is I am my authentic self, we're going to have this result. This is a future result. I would like you to know that I've been asked to show this to you, because I kept thinking, now, I know it aligns because it's about truth and integrity and authenticity, but this is the result we get when we operate from this space, okay? And we'll talk about what that means very shortly. So I'm going to share my screen very shortly. So, Claudia, can you tell me if you can see what I'm seeing, what we're seeing here? Can we see anything?
Yes, I can. I just muted myself to allow the sound quality. Yeah,
okay,
I
that's
can see
great.
it.
I'm gonna try, and hopefully it's not too loud. Okay, so let's do it. We will reference this our work. So here we are. Loud enough, Claudia? Give me a thumbs up.
Now count the king. May they be blessed.
This day does not belong to one man, but together rebuild this world, that we may share in the days of peace.
Right.
Well, that was light language, wasn't it?
I think he's singing in Elvish. Ah, Elvish, yeah, Elvish. I think it's elf language does have a word. I can't remember. It is got a name. I can't remember it. But I feel like all these goosebumps on me. I've got it now. I've listened. I've done what my guides asked me to do. So I want to express that was something that was just needed to come out, and we needed to basically share that with you. Please, if you have an opportunity to watch The Return of the King, do it again. Those things, there's certain movies that were being created for us specifically so that we bring ourselves to ourselves, so we get hope. And that is a message. It's a message that says this does not belong to one man. It's after a battle that was the worst that Middle-earth had ever experienced. It was a battle that was hard. It was tough. It had all of those things, but there was the man who had not been king, taking his rightful place finally, and yet giving the glory to everyone else, not just himself, whether he holds the position of king or not. Remember that this thing that we are working towards, that we are transforming to, belongs to all of us, because that's what we all aim to do here. Yeah. Don't forget who you are. Okay. Right. Let's do our mindfulness and our language, and we will hear what the guides have to bring through with Claudia very shortly. Or whoever's here is going to tell us what we need to hear from them. So let me invite you again. Now you know how to breathe through your throat chakra, because we always breathe deep into the belly or up or to the chest, but for the first time I'm being asked to breathe to my throat chakra and then breathe out. So take 3 breaths, and when you breathe, this is how you take it. I encourage you to breathe for a few moments in and out of your throat chakra. Now imagine Archangel Michael is creating a royal blue and gold ball for you. This time he places this shimmering orb into your throat. See it spinning quickly and throwing out any lower energies. Your unicorn is back. It touches your throat with its horn of light. Now your communication center blazes brightly. Visualize yourself sharing who you truly are. Who you truly are. Oh, I am my authentic self. Oh, la lila kulailo enamle. Yelo kale melalo. Ilam lelam ikanamaya namaham. Ooh, I lie. Umalia, Umahiaela, O Aluktalamailudai, Hukamekalama nufalea oa. Hiro la kifa la meke no kohaiam. Oh maia, oh maiam. Leke kaelo mai kuno mai na kafarama. Toko la hia la kofana leota. Ulalama, hulamila maloe, ikilama ilum, Kesalama katufalana kenamo. Ida kaluma kishalama katupala kenama tukura makatena mahi. Ora kitlama kifula makila faina mahiam. Ilukudana malekito dola la makishla makila makitutale kenama kutona kitafa. Ido ba no mahi. Hino Mahi, mahi, mahi. Hulamelo mahi. Yuale kolakia molahia. You are in the bosom of Archangel Michael. Yilukula makisana kalafetikulo na katela makishina kana kutumar kalakino. Ila kututufalai ya mokotala keda mokotono makitala na mahina. Ilumelo Ilo ai lama ira kito. Feel the royal blue cloak around you. Lama kishilama kuto falana kelama ketamo taketa. Itlaka motomala ketemolo kuto pai na katakelau takala makishila katato taketeka. Uta karama kilama ketona katafai na kaya. Sekoroma kete na kutupai na katai tapo na kafai na kuta ita koroma ketana kalake tola kishala kutapai na kalaka. Oh, ai lo mai. Ula kalalele lo kalama le lo meina. Ilo kamalo kalama ilo nai lahia. Ito lahilo moya. Are you like Aragorn, denying who he truly is, not being his authentic self? Remember, Aragorn came from the lineage of kings. And due to the lineage where things were his grandfather, great-grandfather, had been the one that had been caught up with the ring. And he held the shame of that through his lineage. You're being asked to clear that now. You're being asked to forget that now. Come into your authentic self. Take your possession. Take your position. On the clan. Take your position on this planet for this time and space. Aragorn is another form of Archangel Michael and Commander Ashtar. Yelo la kitama, yele vilova la kila, yele la muna kielo tahina kalama. Kesafala kito mala. You're on mute, Claudia.
Was I unmute the whole time then? I hope that didn't upset the people.
No, there wasn't any background noise or anything. That's okay, it was all good. Ooh.
So I felt I was the channel for healing in a way. There was a lot of healing that came through, and a lot of it was on the right side of my body, which portrays the divine masculine. That is what was coming through. It was in my upper leg, my thigh, my hip, my shoulder. So anything that holds us rigid, making us feel stuck, was being cleared. That is what it felt like. And also a lot of healing in my upper and lower stomach. So that is solar plexus, what you talked about last week, but also sacral, connection to earth, and creativity, drawing from that inspiration.
Yeah.
There was a lot of clearing, excuse me, happening. And it's still, I wonder if anyone can feel it. It was really quite painful, actually.
Yeah, it's like a lot of healing, a lot of, it's almost like I can just see I just see the blue cloak of Archangel Michael. And it's interesting, you're talking about the right side of your body because Aragorn's wearing a cream golden, like a cream colored golden patterned robe on his right side. It's almost like I'm sorry, this is happening a lot, but it's just that's cold coming through now. And okay. So you go, Lakshmina.
I think there's more healing that wants to come through.
Okay.
So I'm inviting everyone just to tune in. Take a deep breath. Right into your belly this time, all the way. Deep breath, hold it in your belly. Breathe in, hold it, and slowly release it. Do this again. Deep breath in all the way down into your belly and hold it there, expanding as far as you can. And slowly releasing. One last time, very deep breath in. Fill up your lungs to capacity and spread it all the way into your physical body. And slowly release the energy. And focus on your body. So the message that is coming through is this. You may think it is weird to bring in a movie scene, even though it was filmed in New Zealand and I could see the scenery in the background. However, the meaning behind this is the generosity, the loving acceptance of each and everyone's contribution to the success of our current mission of raising Earth's vibration. Each and every one is required. There is no hierarchy, for that is an ego construct. Each and every one is equally important, and we must support each other on our journeys to enlightenment. We must support each other when we get stuck in a tiny dark corner, when we need to work through old and redundant karma. Help each other. Show compassion. Come with a loving word and help the other person talk it through and clear up those old patterns that are no longer viable and need to be removed for each and every one to ascend. You are all on a journey. No one's in a better or a worse state. You are where you are, chosen by you, by your past life patterns, but these do not need to hold you imprisoned. They do not need to hold you stuck in one place, in the place of victim, the place of disempowerment. No, it is an opportunity to turn your life around, to think deep, talk it through, and find new solutions. Find someone who is willing to exchange loving words and support, for this will clear up things so quickly for you. Will give you a new perspective so you can move away from fear and anxiety, which may be holding you stuck. It is time to move. It is time to release. Move forward. You have a great support team around you. Invoke them. Invoke your unicorn, your dragon, your angels. Strengthen the connection with your higher self. Take time, peaceful time to connect. And don't override the quiet voice in your head, for that is who you truly are, for that is your personal truth. Follow it like the guiding light in your life. Do not take shortcuts. Do not think, oh, that little detour won't matter. It will. Follow that guiding light and do not lose sight of it. Share your truth, even this is uncomfortable in the moment. Share it with the loving intention behind it of you continuing successfully on your journey, which will benefit yourself and those around you. Sometimes uncomfortable things need to be said, but be sure to say them with a loving word, with a loving intention behind it. For it will be received with an open heart. Being able to create changes for the receiver of your truth. It is a journey. Do not criticize yourself. Do not falter. Continue on. We know you are strong enough to do this. The right people will be brought into your path that will be helpful to you. Trust that when someone turns up and you like the feeling of them and you think they can help you, reach out. For that is the support that you are being given at any stage. Whenever you feel you're stuck, reach out. Look at the light. What is it pointing you to? That's your guiding crown. Follow it. That is the crown on your higher self. For you are a sovereign being. You have sovereignty over your life. You are your own royal being, here to make changes, starting with yourself. Being the light, carrying it, showing others the way to their own personal truth, to their own personal enlightenment, and embracing of their own sovereignty. Do this with love and joy in your heart, as much as you can. If you don't feel the love and the compassion, take a step back and analyze. Analyze your feelings. Analyze your thoughts. Most likely, It is related to old karmic patterns, patterns you no longer need. Do take the time to analyze though, for this will make you grow. We're always here with you, your whole group of support, your whole team behind you. Keep your mind and your heart open, and you will receive so much abundance, so much support. Be courageous. Take steps towards your own personal light, your inner guidance system. Listen and follow, and express your truth as you go. Feels like there is a download for each and everyone's intuition to be strengthened. So just sit with the energy, open your third eye, open your throat and receive. I feel there is a Lyran with me. I can see a feline nose. And they are transmuting our old patterns that are holding us back and seeing the truth, seeing our own personal truth. For truth is very personal and different from each individual. Yeah, yeah, no. Truth has to be felt in your whole body, not just in your throat. It has to be seen with your third eye. It has to be grasped with your wisdom. It has to be held in your gut and in your heart, spreading out throughout your whole physical and all your energy fields. It has to resonate. Resonate with your whole being. And then it can change the course of the recipient's life. Stand in your truth, embrace it. And be respectful to other people's truths, which may be quite different from yours. They all have a right to be said and to be listened to. Sometimes it is there to shake you up, to challenge where your thoughts may not be 100% true, where you may not be 100% true to yourself. Take it as a challenge to question yourself, your motives, your ideas. Are you still following the light of your inner guidance? Or are you full of yourself? Come from me. Reflect. Reflect on what you are saying and make sure you truly embrace your truth. And then you will find those who need to hear it and in turn are being challenged to question their thinking. Be gentle with the recipient, for you're shaking up their world and they need time to process. You don't have to be harsh in your truth. Come from a loving perspective. Say things in a way that the recipient can receive them with love and with an open heart and mind, so that they will actually work on themselves and question themselves. We have given you much to think about, much to work on. Take the plunge. Be courageous. Embrace your truth and be ready to let go of that is no longer serving you or your truth, because it is no longer your truth. Follow your inner guidance, the bright light that is guiding you in the direction that you need to go, and only you. Be open. Be open and involve your whole being in this process. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow. Yeah. Just when you think there was a lot of energy and probably not going to get any more energy, that, my gosh, the universe is very generous. Thank you. Thank you very much, universe. Yeah. Thank you, Claudia. That was like really good. There was stuff coming through as you was doing the channeling, that was reminding me of things. And I just realized whilst you were doing the channeling, it was not by chance that Aragorn and his speech were the focal points. Because if you remember anything about the character Aragorn in the movie and in the book, he was trying to hide who he truly was. He came from the lineage of the kings. He was meant to be the king. And his family's disgrace kept him away from confessing and owning who he really and truly was. And his journey in the Lord of the Rings trilogy was to himself, to become who he truly, authentically was. Because remember, it was an uncle or the cousin that Boromir and his father had taken the place, but they were not, they had stood in for the family that was not taking their place, Aragorn's family or the lineage. And this is not about hierarchy. This is again coming back to authentic self, your authentic self. Take your place. Be true to the you that you are. If it's feeling too big, ask your guides. You have got Archangel Michael. You have got Commander Ashtar in their capacity, combined or separately. You've got your unicorns. I have now about 3 or 4 unicorns that come into my space. So if I thought I had one, my first one has come into my space and is always with me. But if I need more, others turn up, and they are probably going to be a whole, group of them that are going to be working with me going forward from here. But that is me coming into myself, and they're reminding me. So I'm saying to everybody, please be you, be your authentic self. If you're feeling overwhelmed, ask them, they'll help you. And it looks like the energy of Aragorn is with us too. And of course, if you look at Aragorn, the pictures of him and the energy and what he depicts, it's very much an Archangel Michael and Commander Ashtar.
Mm.
And remember that these people that we've read about or we watched on movies and things like that, if they've had an energy here in the past, it is coming back now. Yeah, nice. I'm asked to remind everybody, remember the riders of Rohan. Remember the riders of Rohan. Remember that they took off and they did their thing because they had to. And so they had to make a choice to go on their own because the narrative or what was happening in the kingdom was not matching with what they were truly feeling. And so they had to do that. And that's not to say anything about, this is coming back to authentic true self and what feels right in your heart. The platform is always love and should always be love. Well, that's the platform to be on. Can be anything else, but the one that brings us to this is love, the platform of love. Okay, how do you feel, Claudia?
Well, yeah, good. It was quite deep, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And I did like the download, so I got a lot.
Oh, I've got to tell you about the download. Sorry, I forgot. Before you said that, we're getting a download. I felt it in my upper heart chakra, which is also the thymus gland. And then they also referred to the thymus gland connecting to your causal or your that chakra that is that is the gateway to the higher realms. I forgot the name now. I said it. Oh, your soul star, right? And they refer sometimes to the thymus gland as the the soul of the seat of the soul.
Beautiful.
And it connects a lot to that one, right? So that's a physical one. That's the outside of the body one. So I just felt a lot of impression there. And you were saying, where did you feel yours? In your third eye and throat. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
A lot to process. I think we need to take some time this
process.
week and just really
Process
feel
this
it
one.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It takes practice. So.
Definitely does. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here. I hope you're getting lots of benefit out of this. We have felt guided to do this work. and it is for the collective. It is not just for ourselves, it's for all of you too. So I trust that you will benefit from this and you will be encouraged by this and find some tools to navigate current times. Great.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, everybody. Next time. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.